Hi, I'm here at the DJI flagship store in Shenzhen. This is the headquarters of DJI. I'm here with Lexi, who's here to talk about the new Phantom 4.
Sure.
So, Lexi, I have a Phantom 3 Professional.
Right.
Why would I want to upgrade to this one here?
So Phantom 3 was already easy to fly, right? But Phantom 4 is even easier. It's safer. So you can see from the outlook, it looks different than Phantom 3. It's more streamlined, it's more aerodynamic. And like the battery here we got for Phantom 4.
Let's throw it around here, yeah.
Yeah, it's around 28-minute flight time.
Right, so the previous one I was getting, what, about 20 minutes?
Around 20 to 23, yeah.
From the previous one. The problem is though, is that if I buy this one, I can't use my old batteries,
You cannot, but like this is worth everything. Like with Phantom 4, you got 2 optical sensors in the front.
Okay,
so
let's talk about the main new features. So the first thing is you have 4 cameras at the front and underneath.
Right, actually we got 5 cameras on board.
Right.
So 2 forward-facing ones
let's
here.
just face it this way, yeah?
Right, 2 forward-facing here.
Yeah.
And 2 downward-facing here.
Right.
And 1 main camera over here.
Okay.
Right. So we've got 5 cameras on board together.
Yeah, so you've got five cameras, but 4 of them are designed for this new function in collision avoidance, basically, trying to avoid objects. And it does it in 2 ways, right? So firstly, it will stop if it's flying into something. And the second thing is it will use it to track around objects if it's trying to get home or if you set it on a particular path.
Right.
Is that right?
So right now Phantom 4 can actually make smart decisions. So if it sees an obstacle in front of it, it can just stop, or it can rise above the obstacle and then fly over the obstacle and then resume its course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first thing. The other thing that you have that's new is tracking, active tracking.
Exactly.
And this is a way of choosing a subject and tracking someone. Now, how is that different from Follow Me, which we had on the previous one?
Right, so Follow Me is actually like the Phantom 3 is receiving a signal, a GPS signal from the remote controller.
Right.
But with Phantom 4, you don't actually need that.
Right.
You don't need to hold the remote controller in your hand. You don't need to attach any third-party stuff.
So
it will just follow you.
So 2 advantages. Basically, Follow Me was following the controller,
right?
But it wasn't a camera follow either.
No.
It was just the drone is going to go after wherever it is.
Yeah.
Whereas the new thing that we have with this one, the active, is that it will actually follow an object that you decide.
Exactly.
And a person, and then it will track it, and it will keep it in the middle of the frame.
Exactly. It's like a cameraman following you all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's talk about these slightly raised propellers. Now, this is a big issue that I've been having, is that quite often when I'm flying, I get these really nice shots, but then the propellers just sneak into the corners.
Right.
Is this going to get rid of that, or is it just going to help it?
So with Phantom 4, we actually have push and lock propellers.
Right.
Can you help me put this one?
Sure.
So right now, this is actually like Inspire 1. So you just put it here and just lock it. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a safety thing. What I'm talking about also is that it's slightly
higher. Yeah.
So the propellers, will they get into the camera shot anymore?
It's better than Phantom 3.
Okay, it's better. It hasn't removed it completely, but
it's not Inspire 1.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, where we can remove the whole thing. Okay. Let's talk about the camera a little bit. So tell me about the camera. What is different from the previous camera? It's the same sensor? Is it inside?
It got an upgraded lens.
Right.
Yeah, so it has better corner sharpness and it minimizes the effect of chromatic aberration.
Okay, so the 2 things that it's got, so basically it's a sharper lens and less problems with the image that you may have had previously. And you're saying
it's still a 4K camera.
It's a 4K camera, but you've also got 120 frames per second and 60 frames per second in full HD, right? Which you didn't have previously.
Yeah.
And then in 4K, 24 frames, 30 frames, and 25 frames is the standards that you're using. Anything else that's new about this? I mean, I know if you go on the website, there's lots of other sort of small touches. I'm just thinking these are the main things that I'd want to upgrade for.
Right.
Would be slightly sharper camera, 120 frames a second, which means I can do slow motion I couldn't do before, slightly raised propellers, this tracking, which for me is actually
it's great.
The key thing.
It is.
As a camera person, being able to track a subject and not rely on the Follow Me function, which I had before, is going to make life a lot easier. And some other software updates.
It also actually got a new function called tap fly.
Okay.
So on your smart device, a user can just tap a destination that he or she wants the Phantom 4 to go, and the Phantom 4 will just go to that direction automatically. So the user can right now just focus on their gimbal or camera, so they don't have to worry about the flying anymore.
Okay.
And it also got the obstacle avoidance on board for that.
Yeah.
So if it sees an obstacle in front of it during tap fly, it will also stop or just rise above the obstacle.
Brilliant. And it's $1,399 US dollars.
Right.
8,999 RMB if you're in China. And out on the 15th of March in both places, in China and in the US?
It's the same.
Okay, 15th of March is out. Thanks, Lexi. Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.